requests from you guys to buy boxes full of returns. And when I started getting these comments, I was a little confused on what this all meant, but I looked into it and it turns out that there are multiple websites where you can buy and bid on items that people have bought and then returned. So these stores, instead of just like putting the items back on their shelves or putting them back on their online store, they just sell them off to liquidation site. And from there, you're able to buy these customer returns for super cheap. So when I went onto these websites, you could buy and bid on clothes, skincare, home goods, but of course, I was most interested in the high heels. But I did encounter a few problems with this, as first of all, it seems to be mainly an American thing, and finding a website that would first of all ship to Australia and then second of all be under $100 in shipping was extremely difficult. So I scoured the internet for way too long to try and find a box of returned high heels that were in my size and would ship to Australia. So I paid 130 Australian dollars for these high heels. There are apparently 5 pairs in size that are all in my size, and the description on these heels said that they were ranging from brand new to a normal amount of wear, and I am nervous to find out what a normal amount of wear means. Let's open up this box. Oh, okay, this box is maybe a little bit too big for what's inside, but this is what I can see. Well, I think we should start with the only pair of high heels that's actually in the box. So let's open these up. Oh, okay. So the first pair of heels that we have are a pair of clear high heels. They don't seem to have been worn. That's like what I want to check on all of these is if they've been worn and then also if they smell like of feet, which I know is so disgusting, but like, let's be honest, we were all thinking, I am gonna sniff these. That sounds so weird, but I am. Oh, no, okay. It doesn't smell like feet, it just smells like plastic. So these seem to be brand new, which I guess we can kind of tell from this inside them. I am going to do what I always do in these videos and pull on the heel. That one is super stable, and let's pull on this one as well. Super stable, so they don't seem to have any brand name on them literally at all. There's no name at all. So with these high heels, I don't know anything about them other than someone has returned them and then I bought them. But with these, I can kind of guess why they may have been returned. These seem to be made pretty poorly, which is probably why someone's returned. Because I reckon they've at least struggled to get their foot in, because as I was trying to put this shoe on, I literally felt like one of the stepsisters in Cinderella, like trying to shove my foot into, trying to shove my foot into a glass slipper because they were that tight. So I reckon whoever's returned these has either had that issue or they put them on and be like, oh man, my toes are fogging up. So back in 2016, when these clear high heels were trending, an issue that a lot of people had was that if there was no holes in the toes, your feet would fog up. I know it sounds really gross, but it's just kind of a reality of wearing these sort of high heels. Your feet are gonna sweat, and if there's nothing there, they will fog up. And my feet are already fogging up because there's no holes in these. So that could potentially be a reason why someone returned these. If I was gonna keep these, I'd put some holes in the toe of my shoe, that way they wouldn't fog up. But yeah, I've only had these on for like 5 minutes and they're already foggy, and it's just not a cute look. It's not a cute look. Let's get into a pair in this box that have clearly been worn before. So they are these black high heels that are actually like pretty cute. They have a brand name on them and the brand is Shein, so super cheap shoes of course. But if we look at the bottom, these have definitely been worn before. So I guess that according to where I bought these from, this would equate to a normal amount of wear, which I guess it would. I am gonna take one for the team and I'm gonna sniff these shoes to see if they smell like they've been worn. Oh, thank God. I was so nervous doing that. I was so nervous, but they smell like brand new shoes. Don't know how I feel about someone else's feet being in these, but you know what? We're just gonna go try them on. Here we have the shoes that look like they've been very much worn before on. So these are actually really comfortable. I'm a little unsure on these just because I know that someone's been strutting around town in them. I'm like, oh God, have their feet been sweating? Am I touching someone else's feet sweat? Like, but I guess this is kind of what it's like when you thrift a pair of high heels, and I do that all the time. So I think I just need to not think about it. If I don't think about it, then it'll be totally fine. But these are like a comfy pair of shoes because, as I said earlier, I did order all of these in my size, but whether they were actually going to show up in my size or not was another question. So happy to report that these also fit me, and they are super cute. Like for days, I wouldn't wear them with this outfit, but since it was all black, I want to show you guys the outfit I was actually wearing in the video, because when I make these vids, y'all can only see my top, so I want to show the cute little matching skirt. I'm gonna keep these. I know that someone's worn them around and sweated up in them, and I am choosing to ignore that because they are really cute. Like a great pair of heels, really. They're fairly on trend. Like there's not like they're 2010 heels or anything like that. I feel like they're still kind of cute. So yeah, I like these. I like them. We're down to 3 pairs of heels in this box. So of course I'm gonna pick out the pink ones next. And these are so stinking cute. So these look to be brand new with all the stuffing inside, and then on the back they have nothing underneath. They are tied up, super weird though, so I am just gonna undo that real quick. If you are a high heel obsessed girly like myself, you actually might recognize these. These look to be just like the Mac and Mac pink high heels, which I absolutely adore. They're very much Marie Antoinette inspired. Editing Annalise here. As I was rewatching this, I was like, I have really just jumped over the fact that these pink high heels are potentially actually Mac and Mac high heels. I just presumed that they weren't, so I ran upstairs to go check, because the way that you can tell is that if they were real, which unfortunately they're not, they would have the brand name Mac and Mac written down here. But I don't know why when I was unboxing these, I was just like, yeah, no, these definitely aren't the real deal, la la la. Didn't even check. It wasn't until I was editing, I was like, well, hang on, why did I just presume that these are dupes? They could genuinely be the real thing, but no. Unfortunately, they're not. Very disappointing, but let's continue. I'm gonna pull on them. Not only are they giving Mac and Mac, but they are also giving that mum in the Cat in the Hat. Is that too niche of a reference? I'm not too sure, but that is what it's giving to me, and these are so beautiful. I need us all to collectively ignore my red lipstick right now, because I am aware that it is clashing with this, but I'm just gonna roll with it. So these are what the heels look like on. They're actually a little bit big. All the others have fit me perfectly, but this is meant to be a size 8. Kind of feels like it might actually be more a size 9. So I need you guys to comment down below, do we think these are actually cute or not? I think when I unboxed them, I was so excited to see a pair of pink high heels, because my expectations for these heels were on the floor. I expected some ratty, disgusting, like pre-worn high heels to be delivered to me, and so to get a pair of pink high heels with silver bows in them, I was so excited. But now that I actually have them on, I'm unsure if I really like them. They're definitely not awful by any means. These actually have the most potential to be in my style and stay in my wardrobe out of all the ones we've unboxed so far, but I'm just unsure. What do we think? You guys will have to let me know down below. But as far as like comfortability goes, these are fairly comfortable. Any heels with a stiletto like this is going to cause you a certain amount of pain, but I've been wearing these for like 20 minutes because I've really been trying to decide if I like them or not, and they're pretty comfortable. So I like the comfortability. They are cute, but are they actually stylish? I don't know, let me know. The next pair of high heels that were returned is more of what I expected to see in this box, like these outdated sort of heels that no one's really wearing anymore. So these are what they look like. They're like kind of cute with this tie-up detail. Again, very much 2016. They don't seem to be worn. Again, we seem to so far only have that one pair of high heels that have been worn. These look to be brand new. Let's do the sniff test. A brand new pair of shoes, thank goodness. Every time I go onto the sniff, I'm terrified I'm gonna smell someone else's like not nice feet, and oh, it's scary. I think that these really would have been like overstock, overfill, whatever it's called, where the brand has just bought way too many of these and can't sell them, because these high heels are very much outdated. But in saying that, the only part that's outdated is the rope itself. So the like oversized pointed toe has really come back on trend. If you're an Aussie, you'll know the brand Tony Bianco. If not, they're like a really popular high heel brand here in Australia, and right now they are purely stocking these overly pointed toe high heels with the smaller heel, and they are doing so well, which just kind of goes to show the trends always come back. When I was studying fashion actually at university, they told me that anything from the 70s onwards has all been done before, and it's so true. Whatever's on trend has already been done before. So despite these being really ugly with like the rope detail on them, if I take this rope off, which I might do that just to like solidify my point here, because I feel like if I'm standing here saying that the rope is what's making it look really ugly, maybe I should actually take the rope off to prove that point. See, now without the rope, these actually look fairly cute and very on trend. It was just black and white detail that wasn't doing it for me. And from a box of heels that have been returned from a customer, these actually aren't too bad. I fully thought that the entire box was going to be with heels like this that kind of look like they're from 2010, but these without the rope aren't too bad. I feel like so far these heels have been pretty good. However, this pair is just plain weird. So the lucky last pair of high heels in this box that I bought of returned high heels is this. These are the heels. One is just a really cute green high heel. The other has this on it, a leaf with a flower. Again, these say Shein, so I'm guessing maybe someone bought this and then came to their senses and was like, why does only one have the leaf and the weird flower? Because like, this is such a weird shoe. I could get amongst it. We all know I like crazy weird things. I could get amongst it if both had this, or if this was a little bit better quality, but this leaf looks so awful. Like, it doesn't look good at all. These haven't even been worn, so I don't know. Did someone just receive this straight away and be like, what have I done? Let me send those back. Now, I've reviewed a lot of weird high heels on this channel. However, I think that these may potentially be the weirdest. First of all, I didn't really know how to style these, but in the end, I ended up going with this red dress because I was like, it's got some red, let's do some nice color blocking. And then I put this right heel on and I was like, you know what, whatever I put on with this just isn't gonna look good because this is such an ugly pair of heels. Like, what is going on? With all of these, I've been trying to guess like why someone would return them, and it's all been kind of like guesswork. With these, I think we can all confidently say that they got the shoe and they were like, what the hell was I thinking? Let's send that back. It's a weird design, of course, but usually I can get amongst a weird design. But I think what ruins it is that it's only on one of the shoes. Second of all, the leaf is going to the side. It doesn't even sit upright, and then you can't see your toes hanging out the edge, which I know sounds weird, but I think it would just make these look a lot better if you could. And then the flower detail on the front just looks super tacky, and these are just such an ugly pair of heels. Like, the green heel by itself, stunning, gorgeous. I would wear this all the time. But then they've gone ahead and added this big red ugly leaf. Like, what's going on there? What's going on there? And those are all of the high heels that I got in my box of returned high heels. What did you guys think? I actually think this went a lot better than I expected. I fully expected like dirty, gross high heels that people had worn for days and then returned, and that's why I was able to buy them, but thankfully that did not seem to be the case. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys all so much. Be sure to comment down below what I should do with these high heels actually, because we know I'm not gonna wear most of them. The pink ones are probably the only ones I'm gonna keep and wear, so let me know what I should do with the others. Also, whilst you are there, be sure to subscribe to my channel because I upload new videos every single week, sometimes twice a week. And be sure to follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat. I am absolutely everywhere. I love you guys so much, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Bye, babies. Mwah!